Welcome back to another naval news segment. Today's news comes at us from the USNI.org. That's the United States Naval Institute. Journalist Sam Legrone writes, littoral combat ship USS Sioux City headed to the Middle East after a European tour. But first, a word from our sponsor. Thanks to YouGov.com for sponsoring this video. Do you like money? I do. It pays for things. YouGov.com is a site that pays you for your opinion. Instead of scrolling on social media and offering my 2 cents for free, I go to YouGov and get paid for my takes on just about any topic, from entertainment to politics, year-end cash deposits, or gift cards, just by answering surveys. Let me show you some of the awards here. Here we have my awards page, and you'll have the same options here. You can directly take cash transfers, deposits into your savings or checking account, with which you can do anything you want, pay bills like I do, or buy anything. Or you can select another option like take gift cards from major outlets like Amazon that sells just about anything you want, movie theaters, and lots of boutique stores like Bed Bath & Beyond and Michaels and so forth. Nike's even on the list. So really good rewards for your opinion here. What I want you to do is go over to YouGov.com and create a free account by clicking my link below in the description and earn some quick and easy money. All right, back to our story. Littoral combat ship USS Sioux City headed to the Middle East after European tour. Let's see what the piece says. After a 2-year delay, the first Freedom-class littoral combat ship is operating in the Eastern Atlantic and is on its way to the Middle East, USNI News has learned. The USS Sioux City, which is LCS-11, is operating with the 6th Fleet as of this week, and the 6th Fleet announced on Thursday, so they've confirmed it. So it's heading over there towards the Middle East right now. So, quote, the Sioux City deployment allows us to integrate the LCS's unique operational capability into our already diverse fleet, says Vice Admiral Gene Black, commander of the U.S. 6th Fleet. He said in a statement, the agility of littoral combat ships allows them to operate both near shore and open ocean environments, enhancing our abilities to provide security and stability across European theaters. And he's absolutely right about that. The one thing the LCS does get right is it's very shallow draft and relatively high speed with the combining gear fix on it. You know, it can go up to like 40 knots, but unfortunately without that, it's limited to about 15 knots. So I don't know if the Sioux City has the fix or not. It really doesn't matter because they're all going to be decommissioned by the end of next year anyway. But going back to giving the LCS class some credit, it's good to see that they are deploying in whatever capacity they can to support the fleet, in shores far away. Back to the piece. The ship departed the Naval Shipyard Mayport, Florida, last month bound for the U.S. European Command and eventually to the Middle East, a defense official confirmed with USNI News on Friday. The Navy has largely relegated the Freedom class to operations in the U.S. Southern Command after discovering the class-wide engineering flaw with the gearing linkage between the gas turbines and the diesel engines in the main propulsion system. That's been the Achilles heel of this, or the Achilles flaw, maybe we'll call it, because you simply can't run these ships at high speeds without tearing up the transmission, essentially, the combining gear. I guess technically not a transmission. Anyway, back to the Sioux City. Sioux City is now in a surface warfare configuration with 2 30mm Bushmaster cannons, in addition to its main 57mm gun, as this photo up here confirms. Here you can see. So one thing that she's supposed to have as part of her surface warfare configuration is the NSM, the Naval Strike Missile, which is kind of like the next generation Harpoon with some stealth capabilities and increased range and other capabilities. She doesn't appear to have these installed, so even now she's not in her fully upgraded surface warfare capacity, but she's still being deployed, and she will be effective in places like the Straits of Hormuz, where I think that her relatively short-range strike capability will be more effective than, let's say, in the Mediterranean, where you have large open waters. Anywhere you have a shoreline and you want to, project power in those shallow water regions, littoral regions, this is a good ship for that in the surface warfare configuration. So I think they're doing the right thing there. All right, let's see what they say here at the end of the piece. On the West Coast, the Independence LCS class have operated steadily in the Western Pacific, equipped with a Naval Strike Missile in the modified version. The Mayport-based Freedoms were tasked with being the primary platform of the Navy's anti-submarine warfare mission, which included the towed variable depth sonar array. Well, that's not completely true, and I don't mean to correct the author here, but we found, the Navy found, when I say the royal we, the Navy found that the towed array, that is the primary sensor besides the helicopter for the ASW module for the Freedom class, it is unstable at any speed. So the moment they begin towing it, it begins, spinning and moving and vibrating. Anyway, and it's not a stable sensor. And anytime you have a sensor, the very first thing you need to know to be able to use the sensor is where is the sensor at in the world, or in relative to the ship. And you know where the ship is relative to the world. And with a sensor like the towed array that is unstable, vibrating, not being a steady state, makes the data that it collects unusable because you don't have a reference point. And that's it gets more technical than that, but that's really the problem with the ASW. So even though they say that the primary platform for ASW warfare, that's not accurate. That may be what they want you to think. And when I say they, I mean the Navy. All right. And it wraps up here. It says, part of the fiscal year 2023 budget, the service announced that it intended to decommission the bulk of the Freedom classes, including the Sioux City we're talking about today, and leave the remaining 6 under construction for operations in the North and South American theater. So it looks like this may be the one and only deployment to the Middle East for this particular LCS class. But like I said, congratulations on the Navy on actually getting this ship on a deployment before they decommissioned essentially the entire class. The 9 currently constructed of these ships are going away by the end of next year. All right. That's it for Naval News today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the new Constitution class that's going to be replacing these. And any comments about the LCS class will be appreciated. Hey, YouTube enabled super thanks on my channel. So thanks to YouTube for doing that. So if you want to support me in that way, definitely smash the super thanks button. And I will be sure to respond to any and every super thanks we get on every video going forward. All right. Thanks for all your support, guys. I appreciate it. And again, full credit to usni.org for these stories. They're fantastic. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.